Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds Plus match reaction with myself, Arron Marshall, and Gerry McNamee. We're reflecting, Gerry, on Leeds United 2, Swansea City 2. I've just about licked my wounds and ready to discuss this, but I still have no idea where to start on that abysmal performance yesterday.
I was doing heavy-duty digging in the garden, and it worked, actually. It was quite good, and I was listening to podcasts, and yeah, I avoided anything, can't watch football, avoided it in Leeds. Yeah, just it was the worst game of the season by Leeds. Yeah, there's so many fingers to point. You can point your fingers at a lot of things. I'm working at my fingers on me pointing here. Fark comes out and says, "Oh, it's the international break and this player's tired and it's a terrible time," and not for everybody else. I mean, Sheffield United had 24 hours less than us. They seemed okay. Burnley seemed okay. And, you start with the selection. Ampadu, brilliant player for us. And he's been fantastic since he's come in. Premier League standard. The guy wasn't 20% fit yesterday. He was way off the pace. Should have been hooked after half an hour. Not any detriment to him, just for his own protection. And the 60th minute, the whole ground could see it. There was applause when it was made, and that wasn't to be nasty against Ampadu. The guy wasn't fit, so to put him in. I watched Gruev play for twice against Ireland last week for Bulgaria. He played his last game on Sunday. Why wasn't he the option to bring into the team? Solomon, miles off it yesterday. He's had 2 tough games. Hook him at half time. Make the change. No, he didn't till later. Right through the team. It was poor. We scored a goal after 30 seconds, and it was just like bad sex. 30 seconds of ecstasy and then disappointment. I'm told. Yeah. And you thought, we've got them now. You thought Cardiff 7-0. We nearly scored a second. You thought, we've got them here. Let's not take the foot off the pedal. Let's not let them back in the game. What did we do? Took foot off the pedal, let them back in the game. Swansea miss a penalty. Swansea chance hit the post into the keeper's hands. But you thought, Aronson, his things turn. Aronson scores in the first minute under lots of criticism. Probably wouldn't have played if Willie was fit. Melia, under lots of criticism, never saved a penalty. Saves a penalty. Pulls off a great save. But after that, the two howler, a cross, he drops, which he doesn't look comfortable on crosses. And yeah, the lead up to the second goal, terrible by Matteo Joseph, touch the defense all over the place, in underneath. And you sent me the text today, and it's been all over. He's cost us with howlers about 12, 14 points this season, and that's not exaggerating. That's drop crosses, near post, and I think I've got to say it. He wasn't totally at fault yesterday, but I think his time is up, because we can't afford this. We should have this league done and dusted, and I think he's got a big decision to make, Daniel. He was very much on the back foot yesterday, saying we can't talk about this. Now, I understand he doesn't want to throw anybody under the bus. And then he goes and says, 100% we're going to the Premier League. You think, is this a guy with full confidence, or is this a guy who's cracked? So it was a disaster. We got to change the keeper. And the keeper, we had Cooper from Sheffield United or Trafford from Burnley. We'd be up by now. Or any keeper. Seen the Swansea keeper yesterday. He was doing goalkeepery things. Melia, you can't trust him on a cross. We've seen it so many times. It's Vivalt Mark II.
Oh God,
he's got to go. It's got to be his last game. As Jimbo says there, Big Sam was the one to come in and dropped him straight away, and he's the only one that has the nerve to do it. And Carl Darlow is a Welsh international, experienced player, and now's his time. You've got to do it. Come on.
The problem is, though, Gerry, if Darlow does come in and has another, let's say he has a howler against Luton, what do you do then? Because then you've got literally no goalkeeper who you could trust in that position. I've seen a lot of people. For me, I think I'm on the other side. I think you've got to stick with him until the end of the season. And I know that's going to be controversial for some people to think. I just think, it was kind of, when you look back at that game yesterday, it was kind of the perfect game except for the howlers for bloody Melier saving the penalty, and he made a good couple of saves. And the same for Aronson. It's just that I think it was that lack of concentration for the second equaliser for Swansea. You just think, oh God, it just the ground was absolutely stunned. By the way, I don't know if you could put it up on radio watching it. Absolutely stunned. 3 points in the bag, and literally the last kick of the game. It was just howler after howler after howler across the back.
Well, I think
if I'm being honest now.
Yeah, if this was the only mistakes he'd made all season, you go, well, it happens, but it's not. And throughout the season, every game from day one when he let near post in against Portsmouth, right through to Portsmouth, a few years ago, his position he came and he didn't. His position and the whole game, the Sunderland game, maybe a fluke, we don't know, but Blackburn game, he didn't command his box there, and they scored an equaliser after we'd scored in injury time. It's a big rap sheet, and we can't afford to do it. Darlow, when he's come in, it's cup games, and he's in and out, and he's not been spectacular. He's done okay, and he's an experienced keeper. So it's what's coming back to haunt us is the arrogance of the board and the management and everything else in January to say, now we're okay. Whereas the other teams they're topping up. They're probably getting in players, maybe not going to play regularly. Armstrong from Southampton, I've heard on the grapevine he wanted to come. What a someone coming in at that, score a couple of goals. It's all coming back to haunt us, and Today, I'm preparing myself. I was supposed to be going away on the 9th of May. I'm preparing myself for the playoff semi-final against West Brom, probably. And if we get to Wembley, ultimate disappointment. Because, if we don't go up this year, I think I heard them saying yesterday on BBC, Farke's failed. Because with this squad, it's the best squad. We've been running away with things, but we've just let ourselves down the vital stage. But if you go through the team, defensively, Rodon, the penalty you give away, stupid.
Shocking.
You could see it coming. You could see it come before you hit him. Stupid. Him and we were ropey at the best time.
Do you know what, Terry? The referee blew his whistle before the Swansea player hit the deck.
He was shocking as well.
He was, but literally, just all day long, you just think absolute Stonewall penalty. But his arm was pointing out before he fell over. It was shocking, but I think it was across the board. Other than Dan James, who I think run his socks off yesterday, it was absolutely superb. I think I agree with you. Solomon, though, absolutely shit. There's no other words.
He was awful.
Completely lost it.
And he's been great. But we've run them in. He did it last year. Ran players into the ground. Although when Ramazani came on, he was dreadful. He was bullied. He was knocked off the ball. When he did do something with the ball, he lost it. Fair play to Willie. I mean, he was obviously, Brock said he wasn't fully fit, but he gets involved and he's got to start if he's fit. There's no doubt about it. And if he's not fit, Aronson's not got to start. We've got other options. He scored and you thought first time, he's doing all right, but usual bollocks from him. He's not good enough, and he's not giving us the impetus in this team. I thought with Sam Byron, fair play to Sam, he does, but he's not the attacking threat that Fairpro is. And Fairpro and Tanaka, these guys are professionals. They're flown by. I know different time zones and everything, but you're first class in the plane. Stick them on at the start. Take them off at halftime if they're tired. But don't put an unfit team out, the players that are half fit. I mean, Rothwell, fair play. He ran around. He did a few tackles, but he wasn't providing that, those runs and that attack. Pirro was unlucky. The keeper pulled off a great save. The keeper pulled off a few good saves. And it was one of those days, if he saved it and Pirro knocked onto the post. But yeah, as far as the midfield was concerned, even Tanaka when he came on, it was funny that Farke didn't want to throw Melia under the bus, but he was okay to mention Ao's back pass, which was miles off, which came across. Great save from the shot by Melia. Ball comes across, he holds it, drops it, bang. And when we score, you think we've got out of jail here. This could be a turning point, but I just feel that you look at the games coming up now, Luton fighting for their lives, in with a chance of staying up, tight ground, 12:30 kickoff. Borough, never easy place to go to. Every game looks difficult now. And we me and you, we got ahead of ourselves, didn't we? We were talking about when will we win this.
It's long gone. It's long gone. I do think that and I've said this to a few people now. We need a few favours, Mr. Lampard. You've got a chance to redeem yourself at 12:30 on Saturday against Burnley. We're going to need. I think we are going to need a few favours because our form is dreadful. It's just gone
1
wrong.
in 5. Is it 1 in 5 we've won?
1 in 5, and that is not promotion.
No
form. But it's dreadful. It's relegation form.
Well, who do you play? What team do you put out next? Other than Darlow starting, well, where's the changes coming? Willie's got to come in.
Philippo's got to come in at left back. I think he offers a lot more moving forwards, doesn't he? Bogle was quiet, I thought, yesterday. You've still got to stick with Rodon and Strauch. I think it's the centre of the park for me, Jerry. You saw it even with Ampadu yesterday. He's clearly not fit. Don't risk it because he's such a big player for us. Get him back when he's 100% ready. Because he looks lethargic at times. Did Ampadu yesterday? He just looked.
He was miles out, and for his booking, he was. He was late and he was slow, and that's not his player. It was unfortunate, but Swansea played, and they played it. They had our number. Alan Shea, an ex-Leeds player, he was jumpy little twat, wasn't he, on the sideline? But it annoys you, and he was getting in the faces, and their players, their passing and everything else, they were unlucky. I mean, at the start of it, I heard the Swansea fans singing, How shit must you be? You're only winning 1-0, and that was after 3 minutes. And then towards the end, they were singing the Welsh national anthem, and and it was. I thought they were going to go and win it. It felt like a defeat coming out of there yesterday, and a lot of people. I mean, if you look on social media, a lot of people were losing their heads. But you just feel that was the worst moment, and hopefully that's the bottom, and we can go from here. He says they've got 2 days off to reflect, clear your heads, get all that jet lag or whatever it is out of you, and then put a team out next week that's fit and in form. Dan James, I think he tries, Dan, fair play, but some of his passes and shooting, he's a wee bit off, and I thought he looked tired last game. But Ramzani, I thought, give him more minutes. But after yesterday, I'm thinking, what's happened to him? He was great, but the whole team, right through the team, it was shocking, and I just don't know. I tell you what I do know, Joe. This is what I do know. Put your mortgage on Swansea getting beat next, whoever they're playing. Oh
next. Because they get beat whoever they play, whether it be Plymouth or whoever they've got. Prepare themselves, Swans fans, because you will get beat. Because they've put a lot into it. But the whole atmosphere as well at full time yesterday was it reminded me of the Wigan game when we didn't go up 1-3 else the first year. It just stunk of that, and it also it was like the Derby game as well. The playoffs. It just it just brought back. It haunted me last night, thinking, God, we're still second by the skin of his teeth. And 7 wins and you're up. And the other saving grace as well is Burnley have got to play Sheffield United.
It might be immaterial. They'll probably be home and hose, both of them, by then anyway. It might be immaterial.
Get a draw apiece, get a draw for that one, and you both up it with something like that, won't it?
Sod's Law says they can. It's still in our hands, and we got to just blank out yesterday. I mean, there was boos at the end, but I think that was boos of that's not good enough. That's just not good enough, and I think that's the way the whole ground felt. And I usually, as I say, put my head in my hands when we concede, and I just stood up and I just said, "Fuck off, Melier," and I was so angry with him. And there's a picture today of the players just standing looking at him, and you can see they've lost confidence in him. And but we can't defend across. But when your keeper's not coming out and taking easy ones like that. It's that keeper. Somebody sent me. He was playing the League of Ireland a couple of years ago. That keeper, he was playing for Waterford. Yeah, he's good. He was a good keeper. Yeah, let's sign a keeper who does keeper things.
I think next year, regardless of the league, I think this will be his time now. He surely he can't continue. I don't know. Looking ahead, Jerry, Luton away 12:30. Sky are all over it. I don't know if you watched the Sheffield United game, they were
No.
still they were digging at Leeds fans constantly, saying, "Oh look, you do they have got a 3 p.m. kickoff. You see, you do get them now and then." Leeds fans, they're absolutely so it's taking the piss. But
I can't watch any football this week. I mean, I've just been watching some of the cup semi-finals and that, or the cup quarter-finals, but I just can't. It's very hard to even just read the program or anything. I just don't want to listen to podcasts. So that's what serious garden digging. That's what I did today. Knocked down a shed, even though it didn't need to be knocked down actually. But it was good therapy, yeah. And it's nice and sunny. Let's look at the positive. Nice and sunny, and the clocks have gone forward. My plan not to change the clocks in October has come to fruition. Every year this happens. Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers. Yeah. And let's look at the positives, and we're going to win our next 7 games, win our next 7, and we're up. I can't see it, but let's think it anyway.
But the thing is, though, as well, when you look at the 7 which we've got, Gerry, they're now actually quite hard. You know, people are saying, "Oh, this is the easy. You've got the easiest run in." Blah 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 blah. It's not. When you look at those, Middlesbrough pushing for a playoff place, Luton are fighting for their lives. Plymouth, I know you could go right down to the wire. They could still be scrapping for survival. It's Bristol City as well. Yeah. They're pushing as well. Preston always gives us a tough game. Oxford, Stoke. You just think,
well, I'm hoping Preston will. They got beaten well today in the cup, and they're missing a lot of players. So sometimes a team that gets knocked out like that are on a downer. But it's Leeds. You know, everybody puts it up for Leeds, but we should be stronger mentally. You know, that shouldn't affect us. But no, it did yesterday. You can see it weighing heavy on us, and. That's say one win in 5. That's not a good time to start this, and it's mirroring last year. And we might need 96, 97 points, and
we probably will. Let's be honest, we do need that
3 more. I don't see us getting 3 more. That's how I feel. We will.
It's got to start. It's got to start though, hasn't it? It's got to start on Saturday. They've got to get this out of the system. But do you know what, as well, you're right with him. You know, if he doesn't get us up this time, he has failed. He will ultimately go this season if he doesn't get us up. But there were some fans yesterday calling for him to go. You just think, it's not the solution. No. It's not the answer.
No, I think you look at all our recruitments. A lot of them have left as well. And our I say, go back to recruitment in January. Needed just a few extra people in. You know, just to liven, shake it up a bit, but nothing. And at the time, I suppose you thought, we're on a hell of a run. We don't need it. And maybe we thought that ourselves. We have enough to get through. But you look at it, Pirro, he scored a lot of goals and he a couple of chances yesterday. But we're dependent on Matteo Joseph, and let's face it, he's not good enough. And I hate to say, a young lad, hopefully he will come good, but we can't. He's got the composure. He lacks composure, lacks confidence, and you can't be dependent on a young lad like that.
But he could do it for the under-21s in Spain. This is the thing, isn't it?
It's a different game, player. Isn't it? Yeah, different game. We should have. I say Armstrong, someone like that coming in to back it up. And we're really all of a sudden that squad looks very thin. But he's got to be looking at players who aren't fit and everything, and taking them off at halftime. I mean, he did it for Aronson and Willie, but you thought yesterday he'll have to change at halftime. But it was 54 minutes eventually changed it. But I don't know. It's not easy being a Leeds fan. I just don't want to go through all this again. Yeah.
Big Malice says that we're lacking fighters. In his opinion, you're probably right. We're just lacking that grit and that steel. When I watched Sheffield United, I must admit they look pretty good. I know Coventry were not. You know, you just think, well, why can't we be like that?
Well, look what they've done since we beat them, and they've won every game, and you know that's shown a bit of muscle. And I suppose if you look at it, Sunderland and Sheffield maybe papered over the cracks a bit because it was late goals and we didn't start well. I say Melia, that first 15 minutes against Sheffield United was horrendous, and but it sort of got papered over. I think the upshot of this: pick your best team, be tougher, be ruthless, and Melia, I'm really sorry. I don't like to call out a player, but I think his days are done. If he plays on Saturday and he drops another one or he lets one in their post, you know, they shouldn't put the lad in the firing line like that. He needs a wee sabbatical in France or somewhere and get Alex Cairns in. Someone like that. Get Alex Cairns. Yeah.
Oh God, it's just it's not good at the moment, is it, Joe? We've just got to hope that Flack turns this around. He's got to turn it around because he's got no choice now. Because if we drop points on Saturday and Burnley, because we'll play at the same time as Burnley this week as well, so we've got to get it going.
This is when fans show their mettle. People saying I'll never go again and that. Well, fair enough, don't. But I was really looking. I was there early yesterday because I'd missed 3 games and been away. I was really looking forward to being back yesterday, and I missed it and everything else. And goal in the first 30 seconds. This is great. You know, it's back on.
But that's the thing, that they had the momentum there. Just go for it. Go and get another one. They needed to go and score a second goal when they were 1-0 up, just to kill that momentum. That's all they needed to do. But I think they got too confident. They got too cocky. I think, do you know what? We're 1-0 up here within the first 30 seconds. We'll piss this. And they clearly went, it didn't work.
We couldn't get the ball off Swansea. Yeah, no. This is Swansea mid to lower table who, you know, we've hammered we didn't. We 4-3 against them this year. But they've only ever beaten us twice apparently. That famous 5-1 first game of the season in 1981-82 when you weren't born. Remember it? And I think they beat us once when we were in the 3rd division. But should have been. You know, a goal goes in. It's sliding doors moments, isn't it? But no, it was the sliding doors were firmly shut yesterday, and we couldn't find the key, and we were just bloody awful. So that's it. Drop Melia, be ruthless, and keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
We're all praying and praying and praying. We're praying.
And I'm booking a hotel for Wembley. Yeah.
Oh God, Gerry, I'm bloody aware of. I've already said to my missus. I've said, look, Des, I'm going to be flying back from Malaga for a day. And
you'll probably be all right. We're probably losing the semi-finals anyway.
Yeah. Oh God, lose against Bristol City.
Who could have foreseen? We never even had Vizzy. We were laughing, saying, "Oh, the playoffs or this."
It's our fault.
Yeah, but again, win next week and Burnley or Sheffield drop points. It's Burnley we really want to drop points, but if either of them drop points, then back on again. But we have to win. We have to start winning again. We can't be looking over. We have to do it ourselves. Get back on the horse. Hopefully this will give him a kick in the arse, and I think Daniel will as well, because he knows. You know, he was. Some of the stuff he was saying yesterday he was sort of hiding behind. Well, we won't go into it now, but yeah, I think he knew. So
hey, it's all right. We are 100% playing Premier League football next year, according to Daniel Farke. So we won't let you forget that, Mr. Farke, if it doesn't.
Oh, that's such a dangerous
that could
thing.
really come back and haunt you, sir. It really.
Well, I think what has he got to lose? If they don't, he'll probably be out of a job anyway. And if he does, he's right. I still like Daniel, but he's need to change his ways a wee bit. All those little things with late subs, and picking the wrong team and sticking to the same team, not rotating it. You know, I would rather had young Sam Chambers or somebody in there yesterday who was fit and ready. You know, that's not a half fit guy who's unfair on him. Yeah, we need Ampadu back in. As I said to you before, I'd have Ampadu back in defence if I could. So yeah.
Onwards and upwards, Gerry. Well,
let's remember Ilan Melia is a human being, and he's a young lad and everything. And it's just professional, and you're a goalkeeper, and you need to do a better job. But don't go in and abuse him. Just drop him.
If he wears that shirt, if he wears the shirt on Saturday, no matter what happens, you still got to support him. He's wearing the shirt. You don't boo him. We get on with it, and we hopefully gets it out of his system, and we move on. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. But listen, we're not the manager. Daniel Farke is.
I'll be going through somebody's back garden to get to the away end at Luton on Saturday. It's the worst ground in the league. I don't know if you've ever been. It is literally through somebody's back garden you go through. So and it's no leg room. It's a horrible stadium. But
well, let's hope it's a good stadium for us to bring back 3 points on Saturday.
Yeah, the last time we were there, Patrick scored 2, didn't he? I think I seem to remember. Yeah. So, and Luton were in the run in the last time we played. I mean, you got to grasp at anything.
Yeah.
We lost at Cardiff and we drew at Luton in our first 3 games after COVID, and we thought we're in trouble here. But then we just went in a little run. So that's just Luton first, win.
Excellent.
Win.
Win.
It's easy, isn't it?
It's easy when you say it. It's just got to completely do it. Cheers, Gerry. We'll see you on the next one then.
Yeah, come on, Leeds.
Come on.